And that's it.
Anand?
Sir, resource person கிட்ட இப்பதான் சார் பேசினேன். They are joining in another 2 minutes, sir.
ஓகே, நம்ம பேசுறது யூடியூப்ல கேட்கலன்னு சொல்றாங்க. வாய்ஸ் செக் பண்ணீங்களா அது?
Sir, ஒரே ஒரு நிமிஷம், let me check.
Now it is audible, I think. Yes.
Okay, it's because we are on the mute or something, sir.
Okay. Fine.
They are joining in another 2 minutes, sir.
Okay, நம்ம பேசுறது யூடியூப்ல கேட்கலன்னு சொல்றாங்க. வாய்ஸ் செக் பண்ணீங்களா அது?
They are joining in another 2 minutes, sir.
வாய்ஸ் செக் பண்ணீங்களா அது?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
How are you, ma'am?
Fine, sir. How are you all?
Okay. Sir, can we start with the event, sir? Sir, Suresh, sir, you are not audible, sir.
Sir, can you able to hear me, Anand sir?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, Dr. S. Gokila ma'am, Dr. Helen ma'am, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Good evening, sir.
So can we start with the event, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, we can start.
Yeah.
Everything is perfect in YouTube, right? Then we
Yes,
can
sir.
start.
All in good place, sir.
Yeah, then we can start, sir. Thank
Okay.
you.
So once again, good evening to one and all present here. The dignitaries, our beloved Honorable Vice Principal and Associate Professor Dr. N.V. Suresh sir, and our Speaker of the Day, Dr. S. Gokila ma'am from Hindustan, and Helen ma'am from SRM Institute of Science and Technology, and all the participants who are viewing this event via YouTube live. So first of all, we would like to thank everyone for registering to this event and making this event a massive success with around 860 plus registrations. And I would like to invite our Honorable Vice Principal and Associate Professor, Sir Dr. N.V. Suresh, to welcome the gathering. So please, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Anand Selvakumar, for your introduction. So, before starting this FDP program, this faculty development program, now as you all know that the present awareness of is ChatGPT, right? So everywhere, wherever we go, no, irrespective of department, everybody talks about ChatGPT, and artificial intelligence. So we, as at College of Science and Technology, we had a plan that the academicians should know about what is the ChatGPT is all about, so that how they can use the chat gpt in their teaching and everything. So when we had an idea, I called Anant Selvakumar, who is an assistant professor and research coordinator and young enthusiastic. So I can able to see myself in Anant in the younger age. So same thing, right? So I've discussed with him and I've given him assigned a task that you should do this chat gpt program and everything, and where you have to create everything, and you contact Dr. Helen ma'am, who is one of my colleague in my earlier university where we worked together. Helen ma'am, thank you so much. So thank ma'am has helped us with the resource persons and everything. So, and I would also thank Dr. S. Kokila ma'am. In spite of her busy schedule, madam has joined to teach us chat gpt and artificial intelligence. Ma'am, I thank you and I welcome you on behalf of our asset college of science and technology. So as Anand said, we got a overwhelming response of more than 800 people who have registered for this fdp program. So initially what we have planned is we will stop with 100 people. So but we got a lot of calls, messages, emails from the participants all around India requesting to extend that. So that we have registered around 800 plus. So we could not able to accommodate all the 800 plus people in the any kind of forum such as Google Meet or anything. That is why we have gone with the live streaming with our YouTube channel. So I thank all the participants who have joined in this program throughout the all over India for this Chat GPT program, and I wish you all the best. Thus, this 5 days FDP program will be the very successful one for each and every one of you. So the conditions for getting the certificate is that we follow the AICTE norms. As per the AICTE norms, 80% of attendance is mandatory. Apart from that, you have to pass your final exam, that is 60 percentage you have to score minimum. The questions will be asked from the resource persons what they are teaching during the session. Since it is a 5 days ftp program, this certificate you can use it for your promotion such as apa and everything. It is perfectly recognized by act also. With this, I wish Anand Selvakumar for his great efforts that he has put on for the successful of this FDP. I think Anand Selvakumar's first FDP as a faculty is arranging this program. As a research scholar, definitely you would have arranged a lot of programs, but as a faculty, you have done this. I wholeheartedly congratulate you, Anand Selvakumar. And with this, once again, I welcome Dr. S. Kokila ma'am and Helen ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Those were beautiful words that happy to hear from you. So, without any further ado, so people who are waiting to hear about how Chat GPT and artificial intelligence can help people like us, academicians, researchers in teaching and doing trainings and everything. So, without any further ado, I would like to call upon Dr. Yes Gokila, ma'am, Associate Professor, Department of Computer Applications, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science. Ma'am, please, the stage is yours. Sorry, I didn't get a resume from you, so I couldn't brief about your achievements and everything. So kindly begin with your session, ma'am. We are waiting to hear about it. And I am also a participant, ma'am. Even though coordinator, I also have registered.
Okay. Thank you, organizers, for inviting me to share my knowledge in this forum. So I hope I can get a question and answer sessions from you as a direct participant. Uh, okay. Uh, Let me have this as a no, very interactive and the live session of discussion instead of having this as a presentation showing a PPT and all that. I want to share you the tool wherever the AI leads the role for an academician supporter. See, nowadays everything is highly challenging because generation to generation, the student's brain and the IQ level is getting more. And for that, the competitively, the tools, AI platforms are also coming up. But as an academician, we have to break that and we have to give more to the students to explore more, think more, apply more. Okay. So for which how we can make use of though the AI tools are very much supportive for the students to take up their work easy way. We have, as an academician, we have to make use of those tools in a different way or in an effective and the potential optimized way uh, to make the students to think beyond to that particular AI content levels. So let us start with we all know that mostly we are using the chat gpt for a content writing. Okay. Similar to that, there are a lot of other AI based tools. See, whenever we have the term the chat gpt, along with that one other background term is also behind that, that is a generative AI. See, in a classroom, in an environment, wherever we go, all are not alike. We usually show that all are five fingers, and we say that even though it is in a single hand, all are not alike, right? The same over here. In every place, in academic, non-academics, and everywhere, everybody will be having their own unique feature, their own level of acceptance, their own level of knowledge, and all that. That is why in a pedagogy, they are having a different type of learners, right? The contemporary one, they'll read more and grasp. Some are practical oriented. Some will be capturing the knowledge through audio. Some will be capturing through the knowledge through video. All that. So when we are giving a content to the students through the with the help of an AI, we have to categorize all these kind of learners. Which kind of content which will be generated by the AI will reach the students very easily and accessibly. So all that has to be put in a mind. So that is why I'm saying that along with the chat gpt, along with this we are having and one more term behind to that is generative AI. So that is the content has to be developed to the perspective, to the knowledge level, to the acquisition level of the audience or the person those who are going to receive that. Okay. So that is what we are having a generative AI. That is an adoptive one. Think a while, what is an adoptive? Yes, it is to make them to accept and go further. And this is going to be mm, along with an adoptive, it is a reinforcement learning also. How it is usually in a classroom also, when we are going to encourage the student, or when we are even in a common life, when we are encouraging the opponent, they'll get some boost up and go further. The same over here, in the case of the AI based learning tool, if we give some information, if we are giving some question, if we are giving some assessment, if we are generating some content for the reading purpose or for an assessment purpose and all that, if the student are going to complete that, and the completion has to be assessed, and after that assessment based on the score, the content to be delivered in a such a way that how the student can go further, can acquire more from there. So one content or a one assessment, whatever you are giving to the learners, will not be taken up as such by all. So one student, in a case of a generative, when we are calling about the generative AI, let me share the screen because so far whatever I have given is only the lecture type. Some of you might capture, some of you want the content in a written wise also, right? So for which I have to share something to you. So this level is for next level of learner. I hope my screen is visible to you all. So look into the place where I'm typing it. Let me increase it. Okay, the term generative AI, which is supporting for reinforcement learning. This is one of the learning algorithm. Don't compare it with here. Whenever the content is being delivered, that content will not be acquired by all in a same level. That is given to the learner. So if the learner one takes up, they can able to complete the content, or they can able to grasp the knowledge from the content as 100%. Okay, let me assume this is a one level of acquisition by one student. For the next learner, the acquisition level is 95. So how we can judge, or how we can measure that? So some assignment we may be giving, some of the questions we may be having, some interaction we may have in a class, or some discussions we may have in a class from that. So the next level of content, so the content one I have given to them, if the content two has to be given, so in such case, the content two to the learner one has to be different and the learner two has to be different. See, when this is being automized, that is going to be the generative AI in a form of content for the learners. So the same for when you are using any of the AI tool for a content to be presented to the learners for a learning purpose. Okay, this is one. And in this case, so when the content 2 is being given, when you are applying an AI, it is obviously going to reduce the human work. This 100% and the 95% will be evaluated by this AI automatically. And based on that, this AI will generate the next level of content for the learners, because they know it will be beneficial. We may not treat all the learners in an equal level, so but all of them has to come out with the complete knowledge. But at the same time, we may not have a stagnant to the higher level of learner, or those who are able to learn quickly and move further on. So we have to give a content equally to all. So as a academician, when we are giving a content to the learner, they make it is a burden to us, right? So when this is being automized, there comes the generative AI. So in more further, this generative AI can form a personalized learning environment. Okay, in this personalized learning environment, when the learner gets enter, when they are entering into this environment, the AI will generate a mini questions. So from that question, AI can understand that what is the requirement of this learner. So understand it is going to identify the content to be delivered. So this personalized environment, whatever wherever you are entering, they will ask many questions. There comes the chatbot. Okay, so by posting many questions to acquire your knowledge level, or what you want actually, even in a broad area of content, you may go in a micro level of searching. So in order to identify all that, the AI will generate many questions. There comes the chatbot. The chatbot to identify the requirement level of the learner, those who are entering into this environment. So it is going to understand that, and the content will be provided to the learner accordingly. And even in that, in order to go further, we can have some assessment after every content level, and then we can move further. Okay. So in order to have this, let me show you one particular environment where we can go with this personalized learning environment setup. This is one of the environment which is freely available in online. Whenever you are entering into that, it is going to give you some of the questions, and based on that, it will be generating a content, and you can go directly into that. I'll show you that. I'm switching to the window to share that particular environment and show you how it is working. See, in this environment, this is one of the basic AI content generating tool, uh, and also which is going to give you the personalized learning environment. See, when you log in, you can freely log in this for the initial stage. I'm having a login over here. So in this environment, when you
Ma'am,
are, hello, sir. Yes,
sorry,
sir.
ma'am, your window is not changing, ma'am. It's still in Gmail. Can you please check it?
Oh, let me change, sir. Wait.
Yeah, please, ma'am. Sorry for disturbing, ma'am.
No problem, sir. See, this is one of the free environment, that is elearningindustry.com. Sir, I hope now the screen is different.
Visible, ma'am. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. Thank you, sir. Okay. So when you log in this environment, it will be raising you some questions. So based on that, it will form a content. It will show it to you. So such a kind of personalized environment we can have. In the maximum of the environments are free for a basic level, and when the stage goes on, it may ask you some payment where we can explore more and we can enhance more. But as an academician, if you are going through your institution, you may go in some of the different packages where everyone can make use of it. Okay, first, the initial level, you can have a free login and you can make use of this personalized learning environment. Okay, see, these kind of environments we can create to the institution level also, where we want to have some learning, that is a learning management system. If we have for our class of student, if you want to have a content generated one, many of the tools which are freely available are supporting with an AI, that is an API one. So where we can make use of that platform that can be integrated within your learning management software. So in such a way also we can make use of this personalized learning environment. Okay, this is the basic one. Likewise, if you explore, you will be getting lot of things. But or if the in a free version, definitely we'll be having very less number of features with a very less number of content. Okay, so it's a first FDP only, right? So you can get an idea over here based on which you can explore more and move further.
Excuse me, ma'am. Am I
Yes, sir.
audible?
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, when you're sharing the screen, please give entire screen, ma'am, because நீங்க அடிக்கடி change பண்றீங்க screen ஆனா இங்க change ஆக மாட்டேங்குது, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Whichever the screen I'm sharing now, for that only I'm giving an explanation. Though I'm switching it,
Yeah,
that
இப்போ
is not
வந்து
required.
it's in username and password இப்போ.
Yes,
அதுதான்
yes,
நீங்க.
yes.
Yeah,
Same,
okay.
same.
Okay.
So in the case of personalized learning environment, in this personalized learning environment, as I told you, the flow, how this personalized learning environment are having a supporting of generative AI, there it is making use of a chat bot in order to get the requirement from the user directly. So in this personalized learning environment with an AI, as I told, whenever we are assessing the students manually, we'll be categorizing the students based on their score or based on their discussion and based on their outcome evaluation and all that. So in such case, after that, we'll be going out with some different level of content. All this is being automized. So this automized that is a personalized learning environment one. This is the one level where we can provide the students with a different level of content. Okay, so for that one simple example, I have shown you that elearningindustry.com. Likewise, there are a lot of tools available in online. As I told you, if there are any computer science faculty in this FDP, you can explore further to integrate these kind of platform along with your LMS. Okay, because we can have multiple more features in this. And using these kind of generative AI tools, apart from this personalized learning environment where we can give them a content, we can design them an interactive assignments also. First level of one is that before going to the interactive assignment, we can explore how we can give them an assignments for a different grade level or a different learning level. So because here in this personalized learning environment, we could have acquired the uh, acquisition level of the students, how quickly they can grasp the content from there, and how easily they are understanding is, what is the level of understanding and all that we are having. So in order to give them a more assessment and the training, we can make use of this AI tool also. So based on the personalized learning environment and the content, how much they have utilized, because these environments are giving you some monitoring system also. How much of time the learners spent in this particular platform? What are the windows they have shared across? See, I'm not sure how many of you know about the feature introduced by the Chrome. The one of the facility available in the Chrome, that is, did you learn? This is one of the plugin provided by the Google for the Chrome. So whenever you are going in this particular, if you once enabled this in a Chrome, whenever you are opening a web page, if this particular is being enabled in your system, in a Chrome, you will be finding an icon for this. If you just click on that, this particular AA tool, this is an AA one, okay? This is an AA. It is going to monitor the content, what have you viewed, and this is the first level of work. Once if you enabled this did you learn plugin in your browser, the Chrome browser, the AI which is exist in this is going to monitor the content what you have viewed. So based on that, once again when you open this feature, it is going to generate the question for you. From the how it is going to generate the question automatically, because the AI is monitoring the content what you have viewed. It may be any kind of web page, whatever the web page you are currently in. That content is being monitored by the AI integrated with this particular plugin. So based on it, it is going to generate the question for you. So just by answering that, you can have some self-evaluation level also. See, there comes the assessment with an AI. It is the learners which are being given the assessment by the academician, by the teacher. Apart from that, we can have some self assessment. That is highly important, right? Self assessment is highly important. So when I'm spending some hours together on that particular web page, after which I can evaluate myself that whether I can able to grasp something, or this much of hours whatever I have spent in this particular web pages will be useful for me or not, all that I can get it. So for that, this particular kind of the tool, that is did you learn feature, this is in a Chrome, only in a Chrome, okay? So this is one kind of assessment where we can do to ourselves for any of the web page, whatever you are viewing in. This is because of an AI which is integrated with that. There is nothing but there the AI only generates the questions for you. Okay. Apart from that, if you go furthermore for any of the topic with the support of AI to generate a question, for which there are lot of tools available in online. So when you are using those particular tool, you can create the assessment questions based on the knowledge level of the learners, what you have assessed or understood from the first level of the content given to them. That is with the help of the personalized learning environment. So when you are generating an assessment question, these tools, AI-enabled assessment tools, which are all going to have some interactive features through which you can design an assessment which is supporting with audio, video, interactive, some of the questions, whatever you are giving, some audio type of answers or a video type of answers, and the evaluation can also be done automatically with that. And some of the interactive, sometimes they may be having a missing of words. So instead of them to type, we can have a drag and drop facility. So all those environments are being supported in that AI based interactive assessment creation environment. Okay, let me show you one tool or a one environment for that. There are a lot more related to that. You can explore more further from here. Let me show you one environment where you can create assessment questions automatically with the help of AI, which is integrated over there, and for the different level of learners also. I hope that Quizbot is visible to you all.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Yes. So this is one of the AI-based assessment tool. See here, see all the remaining features are based on the platform where we are using it. So in this particular platform, we can generate a many different types of questions. See the multiple choice, open-ended, true or false questions, or a blank, or a calculation-based match, and all that. Okay. See, when you are creating, right now I am showing you how to create a multiple choice questions in this quiz board. So when you are doing, we can select on which particular mode we want to deliver this. So there are a lot of modes available. So in which particular mode we want to deliver this, give it, and you can decide how many questions we can go with. See, here I have given it here because of the free login access. It is allowing maximum of 15 questions, but if you upgrade your account, it may go further also. So I am trying to generate 10 questions over here. And for which level of learners, I am selecting this as a university grade students. And how many options do you want to show in each question? So that is the one. And it is going to give you that how many, whether you want to show only the answer, the correct or no, or you want to give a further explanation also for them. So I'm giving it as an only answer. And here only we have to give a keyword related to the topic on which we want to generate the question. As I'm a computer science field, I'm going to give you the topic from there. You can, as a here in this platform, many faculty from the different domain might join over here, so you can try yours also. So then here comes the difficulty level. So in the from the beginning we are talking with the generative AI to give a content based on the level of users. Okay. So here in what level we want to create it. So do that and generate a question over here. It will generate a question. It will show you on the adjacent window. See here. It is generating the questions in the programming in C topic, and it is displaying it for us. So once when this is being generated, we can pass this to the students for an assessment. So in this platform, when you are going to upgrade this, when you are going to take up a licensed one, the learner and the academician can join in one platform with a different credential level. We can give it in such a way. Okay, and moreover, these questions are being randomly taken out from this particular platform. They might be having a different level of questions. Whenever we are creating a questions, we will be mentioning a BTA level, right? In the same way, they may be having the different one. Okay. So this you can assign to the students. See, either you can pass it as a document, you can export in any way, or you can copy the link of this particular one and you can send it to the students. And based on the performance level, when you are coming for the next time, we can increase the level and we can change the questions and we can send it to them. So such a way, here the A is generating a questions for you. It is a simple thing for us, but here why comes the A is based on the level, it is going to generate a different kinds of question. That is a requirement over here. Okay. So that is where the A comes. It is not simply a randomly picking questions. And one more thing, let me show you here that so instead of having the questions as such, what is being generated by the A, because if we give a questions from here, the students also will be searching over the net. As an academician, we have to create a challenge to the students. So for that, I give you one more addition over here through this platform, A-based code. See, it may require for computer science faculty. See, whenever we are giving a questions to the students, we will be increasing the complication level to more and make them try. Okay. So instead of asking them a direct question, we have to twist it, or we have to generate a half and we have to let the students to create a remaining half. Somehow we have to create a challenge for them. So for this, if I want to create some code like for whatever the problem you want to generate a code, just type that. So I'm giving the question that factorial of a number. So if I'm going to give a generate, the code will be generated for this particular topic through this AI tool. See here. So here the question is being generated. So here if you want to do the modification, and you can do accordingly for the students. So if you want to generate a on any particular language, that means any particular programming language I am saying. So it will generate the code. So here you can increase the complication level, or if you can change the variable, or you can remove set of variables and give it to the students. You ask them to fill it out. If I'm going to remove this, for example, if I'm going to remove this 0, and we can assign this to students and fill the correct value over there. So somehow we can create a challenge. So we can make use of this A platform to create an assignment or create an assessment questions, and also the answer also for that assessment question. But when you are posting this to students, we can create a challenge in a different level. So in such a way we can make use. So when we were looking into the questions, what we saw early, so whatever the question is being generated, we can change the level of those questions, or even after taking that, you can do slight modification and you can post it to them. So if you are going to make use of this particular platform in order to generate a code, so let them generate, let the students also will do that. But when you are going to give this, you, instead of giving the direct question and ask the students to give them directly, in order to make them to think, we can change some modifications, and then we can miss out some, or we can remove some of the constraints, or some of the conditional statements, and we can ask them to fill it out. In such a way we can make use of this particular platform. Okay, like a quiz bot, there are many other platforms available. You can explore it furthermore in order to create an assessments also. As I have shown you early that how you can have a personalized learning environment, e-learning industry. So likewise, we can you can explore furthermore to get some of the AI tools, because uh, in your requirement end, you may need some other additional features. See, here I have shown you the platform where you can generate a code, or where you can create an assignment. Uh, as I told you, there may be some of the faculty from the different domain, like in accounts, English, and all. So you may require some other platform, right? That is some other kind of questions in your field or in your subject. So in such case, you can explore furthermore to take a platforms like this, or even you can also create with the help of a computer science faculty, or with the integration of LMS. You can make use of the other platforms where your question bank can be there, because as an academician we want to prove ourselves every time, right? So we can create a complicated level of questions and the different level of question. With the help of this generative AI tools, we can pick a questions based on the answering level of the students. If the students have completed that particular level, we can pick up the questions from the different level, next level, that next higher level I'm saying. So likewise, this particular features, the generative AI features, can be integrated with an LMS, or we can make use of the platform which are all available in a free of cost. So, okay, in either of the way, the AI is going to reduce our work, but at the same time, in order to have a potentially, and also to create a challenge to the students. We are not supposed to let the students to take content simply from the chatbot. Okay, so we can sometimes, after taking it, we can mix the 2 to 3 concept in one, and we can give it. Okay, so likewise, we can show our talent in academia in order to make the students to think further, and in order to create a challenge to them further. So though the chat GPT is there, from there we can create a content. All behind there is an AI. The AI is nothing but which is going to learn you. As I told you, the simple example, that is a did you learn feature which is available in the Chrome. It is monitoring what you are doing, how where you are doing your things. So based on that, whether that what and where is going to be beneficial to you or not, for which from the content whatever you have viewed, it is going to pick a question to you. It is giving you the assessment. So the A is automizing all this in order to make yourself comfortable and in order to guide you where you can move further. So though the chat GPT is there, beyond to that, the chat GPT is going along with this technical term generative AI. The generative AI we can make use in academic for a personalized learning environment with the tools with the one environment what we saw today, and also with the help of this assessment creation environments. Sir, if there is any question in YouTube, just please raise it. Uh, we can give an answer over here.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful speech and sharing your knowledge, because uh, I came to know about a lot of new things, especially what you said about Quizbot.
Yes.
All I knew was Quillbot, the paraphrasing tool, and
Yes, every researchers will know all this.
so something I was like Quillbot. Then I came to what is this Quizbot? Then suddenly, okay, I started googling it. I did whatever. Yeah, and I have one question now. Any other website apart from Quizbot?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
what everyone is asking. Can you recommend any other tools? Can you say any other websites like that?
so that is while even I was also exploring, because there are a lot more like this. The one I can spell it over here is GAJIX. This is another platform where the just generative AI is behind it, and it is going to create an assessment for us.
GAJX AI Learning Assistant.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And another one question is, Madam, Quizbot will help science faculty also? It's a question mark.
Yes, definitely. See, when you look into that quiz bot, in that it is giving a in the multiple choice question. Beyond to that, if you scroll further on to the right, it is having many options like when you're typing a question like a programming in C, you can type your topic. You will definitely will be giving a question. It's a common platform. It is not only to the computer science.
Mhm. And what are all the parameters we can include in AI-based e-learning? What are your suggestions for the parameters?
A-based e-learning. See, when you are taking up, you have to fix on the content, you have to fix on the level, and to which particular grade of students you are going to work on this, and what other knowledge they have already. So all these parameters you can take. Based on that, you can move on to the A-based tool.
Yeah, and one question that a person, not even that person has asked, even I have a doubt. Will AI replace teachers in future?
Definitely not. That's why I'm telling you, we have to prove ourselves every time. That's why I told you, even the AI is going to generate a code. Don't let the AI to replace you. You mix it something. So we have to create a challenge. That's why I'm saying, you search in a chat bot, or sorry, you search in a chat GPT. You take an answer. You apply a mini refining of that particular same question. You take and file and content, you create a challenge in that. Don't let the students to take a same answer directly from that is going to be the answer. We also know that. So how many ever refining the students are going to do, that is going to be the final one. But in order to have furthermore explanation or furthermore modification in that content, you change the question accordingly. As I told you, I have taken up a simple question of AI code, that is a factorial, right? So instead of when you are giving a write a program to find a factorial of n number, definitely the students will be trying that question. So instead of that, you give a program itself. Ask the You remove few of the statements wherever the logic is going to be applied more. You remove those conditions and ask the students to fill it out. And moreover, while doing so, don't give it with the same variables. You change the variables. So likewise, you can do some customization on the questions. Even in the answer, you give the answer to them, do the customization and ask them to fill. So definitely they will not replace the teacher.
Yeah, ma'am. One question, a long question. This is generative AI can replace content related concepts. That's a statement. So his question is, but how will it help to identify the personal skills?
Okay, the personal skills, the assessment, how we are going to do in that, in such a way only we can do. So the personal skill also, with the help of psychology based questions, we can generate it, or in whichever the field that personal skill is going to be applied over there. So based on that, you have to give an assessment question. So in such a way only we can do. The content learning is not only to identify or to have a judgment on their personal skills. The content will not support in that. The assessment how we are going to create has to have a questions in such a way.
Okay, ma'am. Is there any AI tool available for PPT?
Yes, sir, the AI based tools definitely are available. That is an AI image, AI PPT, it is there. But we cannot assure that it is going to give you the 100% what you expect. Definitely.
Okay. So, can you give a best one that you may have come across anything or?
No, I haven't used any of the AI based PPT tools so far.
Okay, okay. And a question has been asked that can generative AI in research paper?
Yeah, there
Generative
are.
AI in research paper. Your opinion on that?
Yeah, definitely we can work on that. See, whenever the content or whatever it is being generated based on the level of assessment that is going to be generative AI. It is going to automate. It is going to automate based on your previous knowledge or based on your previous completed task. That is going to be generative AI. We can apply this in any way. Academician, we are talking about how we can generate the next level of content or next level of assessment based on the previous score. Definitely we can explore more. See, whatever the content or assessment is being generated by the AI tool will not be perfect. You give that, you can do the case study on that particular, and you can check whether the generative AI is working properly or not. How to there is an algorithm behind it, right? It is going to pick a previous score of the student and what is their level of knowledge and all that. So by taking all these features into the count, it is going to apply on one algorithm. So then if that result, so based on that algorithm, the content or a question is being generated may not be sufficient for the students. So in such case, you can refine an algorithm. So there you can put forth your research work. Definitely.
And the next question is coding necessary always for kind of these works?
Of course. See,
Okay.
when you are an end user, you are going to make use of the platform. The coding is not necessary. As I have given a suggestion that if your in this institution is already having an LMS, but if you want to go with the LMS we are having, we will be providing the content. The students will be learning assessment we are doing, but we are not going to give a level of content based on different level of a student. So if we want to have the generative AI is required, the external generative AI platform can be integrated within yours. That is more technical. You can go with your LMS team. We don't need to do much coding on that.
Okay. Okay. I think this will be the final question, ma'am.
Yes.
How do you think generative AI is useful in IoT technology, Internet of Things?
Okay. So, in a case of a generative in a case of IoT, whenever you want to have uh, uh, that is whatever you are getting in information through the net. Okay, obviously we'll go with the basic of requirement that automatic filling of my trolley or automatic filling of my fridge. So automatic door alarm and all that. See, the generative AI. See, once again, it is all with the sensor level only. So when I'm coming near to my car, when I'm stopping my car, my doorbell should ring.
Yes.
At the same time, sometime I may be it is not to be the usual pattern also. Okay, after stopping my car, I may pick a phone, I may check my phone for all the missed calls whatever I have received while traveling. So it has to make a delay on a ringing a doorbell. So there comes the generative AI, right? It is not always going with when the car stop, open the door. It is not like that. Open, do the calling bell of my door. It is not like that. So it has to understand the different level what you are doing, and it is going to generate its work based on that. Based on your requirement, if it is doing something automatically, that is going to be generative AI. If you are linking along with the IoT, this may be the one where the generative AI comes in.
Okay, ma'am. There is a lot of comments for you regarding very useful session, ma'am, and very informative session. Obviously, a lot of people are thanking you for providing the quiz bot. So
Thank you.
again,
Actually, the questions are raising me to think in different way that where see immediately after the question only I'm started thinking that in whichever the field I can go with an A. See, I am also getting a research input over there. So linking because when the question rises, it's a problem. So where I can apply this.
yes.
So I'm also getting a lot of
Actually, we
research.
wanted, that's why we wanted to keep it interactive, but more than what we expected since the count got too much high, so we had to keep it in separate ways. But we are able to answer their queries so that I am also getting a lot of clarification. Uh, so thank you so much, ma'am. Before adjourning this meeting, I would like to have a small word with the participants, ma'am. So, guys, now once ma'am leaves, please don't close the link. I'll be sharing a screen where we'll be having a Google form link. So kindly join the link and enter your details for today's feedback. So that will be also taken as your attendance. So kindly fill the feedback. Those who have attended, those who have also given your names in the chat in YouTube, please don't leave with that. Kindly fill this feedback form also, and this feedback form will be open only till 7:45 for the next 35 minutes. So kindly do it before that. And obviously, what can I say? Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you once again on behalf of the entire management and entire team from our side. Um, a short duration, and you have taught us a lot. Education learning system, LMS, and everything. Because recently I was searching about LMS, learning management system. Also, I was googling about it. So there is a lot of questions. Just one more question. I think we have. We'll stop with that, ma'am,
Yes,
because.
for sure.
They have given since AI can continuously collect our information either professionally or personally, whether we will face any threat issues in future. If yes, how can we rectify?
See, in all these platforms, we are not giving any of our personal data. Uh, and knowledge is also yours, right? See, this AI tool, whatever we have saw so far, that is the AI websites, okay? It's not a tool also, it's AI enabled websites are. Maybe the did you learn the that is a Google one, the which is enabled for a Chrome. Uh, See, all that are monitoring you, it is monitoring the content where whatever you are viewing in. If you want to go into any of the website, nowadays even in a bank and all that, those areas where a secured one, definitely those particular websites are not allowing to have these particular monitoring system. They'll be having a security stop in their website. In other things, the content based one, whatever the knowledge you have learned, whatever the content based website you have gone through, all these tracking will not create any harm in yours. Nowhere we are filling our personal data.
Yeah, ma'am. And one question is, uh, how it's useful for research AI? How it is useful?
See, wherever you want to have anything automized, definitely AI comes. Whether you are going to apply. I don't know whether this person came from the computer science field or any other background also. Whenever you are having, if in terms of computer science, I'm giving an answer. When you want to have any automized tool to be generated, there comes an AA. So that automized tool has to think in an intelligent way, right? It is not always going with the monologue, do if this, do this. It is not always such a case. So as I told you for the last question I have given, where that generative AI can be applied in IoT. So it is not always that when I'm going to lock the car door, don't go and ring the bell. Don't do that. So what my next action? So all that has to be monitored. So the system has to work in an intelligent way. That intelligence has to be there everywhere. It is not, still it is not 100% accurate. So you can have your contribution in the research in order to make this A some more perfect in all the field. So the A is completely there in a research. You have to give your contribution to make this A perfect. Okay. For a research, how this can be applicable is this kind of the personalized generative AI based paper review platforms are there. Connect paper, and one more is there. Just that is one. Just a second, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Research Rabbit. That is a personalized review paper generating environment. Research Rabbit app, connected papers, insightful. These are the some of the AI based research review paper generating environment. So the existing AI you can make use for your research in order to collect a review paper. In the case of the generative AI, where it is working, if you are a computer science researcher, you give your contribution to make an AI some more perfect.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much for your session, ma'am. Uh, um, so we would like to wind up this session for yourself. So you can kindly take a leave,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
I'll
Sure, sure.
start with
Thank you
this
so much. Thank you,
attendance that
organizer.
feedback, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you, participants. This is your session for yours. So thank you for joining. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.